Hello everybody, welcome to update video number 2 for the Spin2Win Cyclone Champion League Start build. We are here with a slash played of 23 hours, 32 minutes. I forgot what it was in the first video. I think it was like 11 and something. So we're at the end of Monday. It's the end of Wednesday here. I've been playing Grandpa mode. What can I say? It is super slow. Taking it easy. I'm level 92. We have gotten all 4 of our Watchstones. And I think I've invested, I just want to say like 4 divines-ish on this character. The first thing with this body armor, I 6-linked it myself. Highly recommend you do that. If you're going to buy a really good armor, don't buy it 6-linked because it'll be way more expensive, and then just, YOLO some fusings on it. Obviously, it's going to be... results will vary with how often you will be able to 6-link your armor in a reasonable rate. I got really lucky with mine, thankfully. But let's just, equate this body armor. I think it's like 6-ish divines if I were to buy it as a 6-link with PDR. Let's see here. 13, 15 divines. We'll take off the res. Yeah, just like 6, 10 divines, something like that. So I got pretty lucky with that, but I bought it for, I don't remember, 100C or something like that. The sword, I think I sniped this thing. This was 150 chaos that I bought it for. It didn't have the attack speed. It had the dexterity intelligence attack speed one right here, which only rolls up to 16% attack speed. So I just swapped that over to 20%. This is a 720 PDPS sword. And if you guys want to know how to trade for swords real quick, I'll actually show you. A lot of people have been asking for that because this is the number 1 thing to deal damage. Number 1 on the item category, you want 2-handed sword. Number 2, I do physical DPS, depends on your budget. I do a minimum of 500, and then crit chance, probably minimum of like 6.2. Just to feel pretty good. And then finally over here, last thing under the stat filters, just type in the pseudo global critical strike multiplier. You type in multi, it'll show up. I like to do a minimum of 30. And then at the very bottom, whatever your budget is, again, let's say you have 150 chaos, you just click 150 and then search and then sort right here. Just click this physical DPS number. It'll do the highest first. So for 60 chaos, you can get a sword with 1.8 attacks per second, 6.5 base crit, 583 PDPS with 34 crit multi. For 60C, that's probably a really good upgrade, depending on your budget again. And then you can just, list this even higher. You can go like 500 max buyout. What's the top DPS now? The same exact sword, actually. No, it's not the same exact sword, but you get the point. So that is how to search for a good sword. Speaking of upgrades here, number 1 would be the Watcher's Eye Impale. You can go over here, type the tilde key. This will just auto-complete things for you. So I type Impale Pry. Here we go. Impale, Pry duh with a D. Impale's last additional hits. Watcher's Eye should be like 2 point something. 2.2. They're going down, 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 as they say. This is a very good modifier. This usually gives builds about 15% more damage. Impale-based builds. So very, very good. Definitely pick that up for, roughly 2 divines, 15% more damage is gargantuan for most people. And then the replica badge of the Brotherhood. This one's a little less of an upgrade because you have to make sure you're sustaining endurance charges. The easiest way on bosses is to make sure you have 20% quality to your enduring cry, which I'll do right now. Do I have enough GCPs? I'm gonna have to buy some. Let me go get some real quick because quality on Enduring Cry gives you cooldown recovery rate, which is obviously important because that is the only source you have of generating the endurance charges, and they themselves have a duration. So if the faster the cooldown of the cry to generate the charges, the more the uptime of the... I guess we'll just overpay here. I don't care. The more the uptime of the endurance charges. So I'll just do that real quick. Preferably, this would be a red socket so I could put in life tap because there are a few issues if you have been playing the build when you're fighting bosses. You just don't have the mana to cast Enduring Cry right when you need it. You'll have it very soon because the leech will just shoot it back up. But like in the current moment, sometimes you don't have mana to do it, and you'll notice your character will like stop because you pressed the Enduring Cry button, tried to use it, didn't have enough mana, but you'll stop cycloning. It just feels really weird. So preferably this would be a 6 red sword, but that's quite hard to get. Maybe I'll invest a little bit more to get that. Regardless, replica badge of the Brotherhood is very good, but remember you have to have your endurance charges to get the +1 maximum fortification. You can't just sit there and expect to have, however many max endurances you have is maximum fortification. You have to currently have the endurance charges on your character, which is also kind of annoying because you see right here, chance to lose an endurance charge when you gain fortification. Now that's normally not a problem. Why? Because we're playing the champion. The champion always has their maximum fortification. For some reason, the Perseverance belt, which says melee hits with stun, fortify, that counts as gaining fortification, even though you already always are at your maximum fortification. Hopefully this gets addressed at some point. So if you're running a replica badge with Perseverance with the champion, you are technically still gaining fortify with the Perseverance, even though you have maximum fortify, and thus you get a 20% chance to lose an endurance charge. This should only really matter for mapping. I doubt you're stunning a boss, especially with Cyclone that hits, very rapidly, but very small hits. I doubt you're stunning bosses ever, so this is really going to only matter for mapping. But it's just something to think about, right? Other than that, the final upgrade is obviously the big ticket item here, the Celestial Braces. Now, if you look at these things, they're very expensive. Looks like we're going to have to eat a burrito blindfolded on stream if you catch my drift. But these are extremely expensive because, look at this, 8 results. There are only 8 gloves on the market because what they did is they switched the drop rate of the Celestial Brace and the Crystallized Omniscience. Look at this, 283 Crystallized Omniscience on the market. They swapped the drop rate. So before, the Celestial Brace were about a 25% chance to drop from Uber Exarch, only Uber version, the hardest version, but it's like a 20-something% chance. It's a 2% chance now. 2% chance killing the Uber version of the boss to get these gloves. They are very good gloves, obviously, but that's why they are so expensive, and they have been the whole time. So that was unforeseen, unfortunately for us. They just nerfed the build without telling us in the patch notes, whatever, bro. Also, if you didn't know, they actually nerfed this node as well. It used to say 20% increased damage. Now it says 15%. It's also a very good node given the buffs, but they didn't include that in the patch notes either. This was a stealth change after the fact as well. We lost a 5% increased damage, or enemies take 5% increase, which is quite a bit of overall damage. But just keep that in mind. Silly GGG, always nerfing us in the patch notes. Other than that, if you're having mana issues, remember to get the channeling skills have a -2 total mana cost. This is a craft from the Cold River map. You're looking for the Cold River map. Just go buy that from another player. You will unlock this craft. It is very, very good. You can see my Cyclone on a 6-link costs 4 mana. Also remember for bossing, specifically Pinnacle bossing, you do not ever need to swap to Tumult while you're in maps. While you're doing Pinnacle bossing, just swap out Cyclone to Tumult with regular Cyclone, and then, this is very important, I learned this the hard way, make sure to change, if you have your hotbar full, your Cyclone to the one that you just put in, because if you don't, you will be using Cyclone on a 1-link. You'll think that you're using, nope, you're not using the right one. You're using a 1-link, the one that you just swapped out to. So if you're swapping your Cyclones like that, remember to swap back to whatever Cyclone you were using before, if your hotbar is full. You can obviously, make that not happen by just removing one of these, put them down here on whatever bar, if you want to do that. Anyway, that is the update. I might make one more update here. I gotta be honest, I'm not too impressed with the league. I thought it was going to deliver a lot more. It didn't really do too much to shake up the foundation of the end game here. So I'm debating whether or not I make another update video on this character. I might just make a new character entirely. Maybe I do try out the new Star Caller unique axe, which is pretty interesting. It gives you like rain down stars. What does it say? Trigger Starfall on melee critical strike chance. I might make use of this and try it out, but we'll have to see. Anyway, that was update video number 2. Thank you guys for watching very much. Check out my stream at twitch.tv/WoolieGaming, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.